Hi boys and girls, hope you're having fun on your home days. I'd like to introduce you to my husband, Mr. Duke, and he's going to help me teach you a fun card game to play. This game is called War, and you might have played it before, but did you know that it's a good name to help, or a good game to help you learn your numbers? It is. So, how this helps you with your numbers is each player gets half of a deck of cards. That's all you need for this game is a deck of cards. Each player gets half. So I gave half to my husband, and I have half. You can play this with your brother or sister, or you can play with your mommy or daddy, or whoever you have in your house you can play this game with, and each person gets half. Then we're going to flip a card over from the top. And then you have to look at which number is on each card. So I flipped over a 5, and Mr. Duke flipped over a 3. Which is bigger? Which number is bigger? 3 or 5? If you need some help figuring that out, you can count the objects on the cards. So let's count Mr. Duke's card. You ready? 1, 2, 3. You can show me 3 fingers. And Miss Lydia's card has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show me 5 fingers. Which card has more? The 5. So, since my card had more, I get to take both cards and put them at the bottom of my stack. Let's try again. All right, boys and girls, so Mr. Duke flipped over this number, and Miss Lydia flipped over this number. Do you know what number that is? Move a little closer. Mr. Duke flipped over a 10, and what number did Miss Lydia flip over? A 6. Which is more, 10 or 6? 10. So Mr. Duke gets both of these cards and he puts them in his pile. And you just keep playing like that until one person runs out of cards. So not only is this a fun game to play with a friend, but it also helps you recognize your numbers and figure out which number is more. If you want to do the challenge version of this game, you can decide which number is less and play the game that way. So let's show you how to do that. Let's flip one more card over. Something unexpected happened. Look at the cards that me and Mr. Duke flipped over. What happened? They're the same. I flipped over a 6 and Mr. Duke flipped over a 6. What do you do if you both flip the same number? These are what we call equal numbers. If a number is equal, it means they're the same. There's the same number on each card. So if you flip over 2 numbers that are equal, you each flip over 3 more cards. Or, well, you lay down 3 cards. Ready? So I put 1 down, 2 down, and then we flip the 3rd one over. And then we compare the cards that way. So if we were playing the which is more card, Mr. Duke flipped a 9, I flipped a 3. 9 is more than 3, so Mr. Duke wins, and he gets all of these cards to put in his pile. That's what you do if you have numbers that are equal, but let's try again, and hopefully we can get 2 different numbers this time. So like I was saying, another way that you could play the game is the person who has the smaller number gets to take both cards. So Mr. Duke flipped over an 8, and Miss Lydia flipped over a 7. Which card is more? The 8. Which card is less? The 7. So if you wanted to play which is less and have that person be the winner, then I would get to take both cards since my card is less than Mr. Duke's. So there's lots of fun ways you can play this, but I hope you have lots of fun with this game, and stay safe and healthy. Say bye, Mr. Duke.
Bye.
Bye, friends.